Hi, today I am going to explain chapter 4 of English literature, that is A Question of Trust. It's written by Victor Cannon. If we know about the author was born in 16 June 1911 and up to 21st of February 1986. He was a prolific British writer of novels and thrillers who flourished in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. He was personally reticent, writing no memories, giving relatively few newspaper interviews. He resumed writing with a charm, a novel about identifying a Nazi collaborator who has hidden himself in a remote Italian village. This film was not was planned but never finished. So, if we discuss about the objective of this story, it's it's like to enable the students to enrich their vocabulary, to enable them to enjoy the reading story in English, to stir their thinking, to enable the students to use new words and phrases of English, to make them learn the different use and meaning of the few words. There is like, for example, no room means what? No place, no choice. So in this story, there are some new words like fever. It's like a fever due to allergy. Expensive means costly. आपको पता ही होगा expensive costly होता है. Burglar alarm. Alarm bell to be indicate burgle. Sneeze to bring out breathing air forcibly. Bowl. जैसे container. Tickle मतलब sensation. So key points इस story का. इसमें one main person है वो है Horace Danby. Its personality is like good, unmarried, honest, but not completely. It's 50-year-old, healthy, except attacks of hay fever. Profession is like he makes knowledge locks with two helpers. Previous life, 15 years old, had served his first and only sentence in a prison library. Hobby loves to read rare and expensive books. He rove every year to buy rare and expensive books. Shoot over grant. This year, his target house to be robbed. He studied the house, its room, electrical wires, path, garden, extra for 2 weeks. Got a chance when two servants remained in the grange while the family was out in London. Came from behind the garden wall with tools packed in a bag carefully. During the theft, a lady in red came as an owner. He thought her as the owner and opened the safe on her demand to save himself from cops. He was caught for it for 2 days as his fingerprints were found. He was cheated by the person of the same profession. Like that lady was also a thief. So I'm going to discuss about the summary of this story. Horace Danby was a good person. He was 50 years old but still unmarried. Horace Danby was a locksmith. He was a very successful businessman. He had two assistants to help him, being good and respectable. He was not only totally honest, he was fond of rare expensive books. He purchased them at any cost. For this, he robbed safe only once in a year. He purchased these books secretly through an agent. Before making a theft, he chalk out plan well. He makes a plan. कभी भी रॉबरी करने से पहले वो पहले एक पूरी प्लान मेक आउट करता था कि कैसे हमें रॉबरी करनी है. This time he had observed the house at Shootover Ranch for 2 weeks. He studied even the minute things about that house. So the family was in London. The two caretaker servants of the house had gone to the movies. He jumped out from behind the garden wall and came inside the house. It's very simple. You can easily understand. He had taken a key from the kitchen door hook. Then he wore gloves. He opened the door. He was carefully enough to leave any fingerprints. There was a vase of flowers on the table. The fragrance of flowers tickled his nose. टिकलिंग मतलब कि कुछ मतलब टिकल करती हुई कुछ चीजें आपको गुदगुदा रही है कुछ कर रही है, that is known as tickle. He sneezed out repeatedly then. He heard the voice of a young lady. She pretends to be the wife of the owner of that house. She told him that she had come here suddenly because she wanted her jewelries to wear them at the party in the night. Danby requested the lady to let him go home. She asked him to open the safe as she needed the jewels, but she had forgotten the number. Danby willingly opened the safe without gloves. The young lady got the jewels. Horace Danby went away happily because he had escaped from being imprisoned. On the third day, a policeman had arrested him on the jewel robbery at Shootover Grange. His fingerprints were found at the robbed place. He confessed that he had opened the safe for the young wife of the owner of the house, but in reality, the owner wife was about 60 years old. She said that the story was not true. No one believed Danby. Now the police arrested him. He was an assistant librarian in the prison. He always thought of the charming young lady who was in the same profession as he was. Now he didn't believe in the thought of honor among thieves. So the moral of the story, or some practical relevance which we learn from the story, is like, should not trust anyone without knowing them, without discovering about the pet person, because they can cheat at any point of time. So here are some short questions and answers, which is very helpful in your assignments as well as in your exam preparation. So it's like, what is the profession of Horace Danby? Answer: he made locks. Where was Horace 15 years ago? He was in the prison library 15 years ago. What was his hobby? He loves to read rare and expensive books. Why did he rob a safe every year? He robbed a safe every year in order to buy some rare and expensive books to fulfill his hobby. How much worth of jewels were there in the grand safe? There was about 15,000 pounds worth of jewels in the grand safe. Who is Sherry? Sherry is the pet dog of Shootover House. What is the best way to keep the dog quiet? The best way to keep the dog quiet is to call them by their right and show them love. Where was the safe? The safe was in the drawing room behind a rather poor painting, so no one can find out. So if we discuss about the question and long questions and answers, I have selected some of the questions. First one is: did you begin to suspect before the end of the story that the lady was not the person Horace Denby took her to be? If so, at what point did you realize this and how? Answer: this is difficult to guess before the story ends. The incidents of the lady claiming calming the dog gives some hint, but it is not strong enough. Her statement of getting the safe repaired can make some reader to think about this. Can also be the case of fear of a strict husband. Yes, definitely. What was the subtle ways in which the lady manages to deceive Horace Danby into thinking she is the lady of the house? Why doesn't Horace suspect that something is wrong? Her confident walk, her act of touching up her makeup, and the ease with which she picks cigarette from the right place are enough to deceive anybody. Horace was too frightened to think properly, so he didn't suspect anything. Do you think Horace Danby was unfairly punished, or that he deserved what he got? He deserved what he got. A crime is a crime, no matter if it is committed 100 times or just once. Horace Denby was a good and respectable, but not completely honest. Why do you think this description is apt for Horace? Why can't he be characterized as a typical thief? Denby's habits was not typical of a thief. He was fond of books. He used to steal once in a year. He never steals like always, but just because of his fondness of his reading some good books, rare and expensive books, that's why it's made a habit of stealing once in a year. So he was never stealing more than this. Act of theft is still a crime, no matter how good a thief behaves. So then we can't be termed as completely honest. He is not a regular offender like other thieves. So he can't be categorized as a typical thief. Question number 5. Horace Denby was a meticulous planner, but still he departed. Where did he go wrong and why? Horace Denby failed to get enough information about real occupants of the house. He seems to be too occupied with collecting information about house map, wiring, location of valuable things, although he was smart enough to know the dog's actual name, but overlooked getting identity, identity of each and every occupants of the house. Once he was in problem, then probably his clever mind gave way to carelessness, leading him to open the safe without wearing gloves. Thank you.